So I woke up this morning and crossed a bit of a milestone. And it's a scale victory. It's also a non-scale victory, but it's victories. And I kind of wanted to just celebrate that for a moment. So I have, as of this morning, crossed the 250 pound mark. I am now 249.9 pounds by the skin of my teeth, but I'll take it. That is a grand total of 145 pounds lost so far. And I'm very proud of that. I was a little afraid with pulling my hamstring the other week that not going to the gym would be some sort of derailment. And what I wound up doing was basically just kind of acknowledging that I'm not going to have the intense cardio while I rest and heal. So instead, I was basically just more strict and more diligent with my eating habits to kind of counterbalance that. And I mean, it's nothing extreme. It's mostly just, where I would allow myself to have some treats here and there, maybe a slice of cake and dessert and so forth, and not really worry about it because I killed myself at the gym that day. Instead, I was just, adhering to, the eating plan that I've been working on. And it has paid off. This has been a really, really tough, the last 10 pounds. It has taken many months to address these last 10 pounds. And a lot of that comes into, I had my vacation back in October. After October, we had the holidays. And also after October, I started going to the gym. So a lot of the fat loss that I was experiencing was being replaced with muscle gain and winding up in a place of neutrality on the scale. So this last 10 pounds, I have been yo-yoing so hard, and I finally crossed this threshold, and I'm very happy about it. When I get under 240 pounds, then I will officially be the lightest than I have ever been, I would say, in my adult life. Trying to get back to where I was before, under 240 would take me back to my teenage years. So the non-scale victories, though, I really feel like are more important and really do need to be addressed. So while I'm taking this moment to celebrate, I'm trying not to brag, but I'll toot my own horn for this one time because, damn it, I am proud. There's one thing that I'm not ashamed of, but it's just something that I wish, I guess it's a regret. Sure, it's a regret. And that is, I wish I had done this sooner. Before I started on this journey, I was 395 pounds and I had given up. And I don't know exactly, it wasn't like a big religious revelation or anything that, I don't know what exactly triggered in me to start this. I started with very, very lax. It wasn't even like a goal. But when I was at that point and I had given up, it was exactly that. I had given up on the idea that I would ever lose weight. And I had done it before. I had tried since. And it was always insurmountable, it felt like. And it was just too hard. It was too taxing. And the older I got, the more it felt like the uphill was just getting steeper and steeper. And the cards were, stacked against me more and more. And so not only was I older, but I had more weight to lose than ever in my life. And, prior to that, I would say back in 2006, 2007, I had lost, over the course of a year or two, lost 80 pounds. But, that's the thing is back then when I had given up at 395, I was thinking 80 pounds. If I did that all over again and had that same fortitude, then I would still be really in a tough shape. And I didn't know if I had that in me. I was pretty sure I didn't. And I wish that I had gotten on this sooner. I wish that I hadn't given up. I wish that I had done this a long time ago. Because, yeah, the scale victories are nice, but the non-scale victories are just immeasurable. The benefits I have had in my body, in my health, in my attitude, in my approach to everything has just substantially changed. And I wish that I could go back and tell myself back then, it can be done. So I guess in my own way, I'm telling, if you're in the same boat, if you are in a point where you need to go on a health journey and it feels insurmountable, it can be done. I still have a long ways to go, both in weight loss, in muscle gain, in fitness, and in my non-scale goals. I want to run a 5K. After 5K, I want to run a 10K. I still have goals down the line, and my journey is far from over, and my struggles are far from over. But I no longer feel in any way, shape, or form like it's insurmountable. My goals feel aspirational. So just to kind of go over some of my non-scale victories. First of all, this is a shirt that I just dug out of the closet because I had this one and several others on one side of the closet that were kind of goal shirts. I had them for a while, but I never really fit into them. And now, I put on a t-shirt. First of all, it's a t-shirt I wouldn't have dreamt of wearing. It's a pink t-shirt that I had. I wouldn't have dreamt of wearing it years ago. But I've been wearing it for the last several months. And I put it on this morning and I just kind of felt like I was swimming in it. I'm like, well, maybe it's time to check out a shirt from the other side of the closet, the goal closet, the aspirational side. And I did. And by God, it just fits nicely. I mean, it fits. And I feel good in it. I don't feel like I have to wear clothes that are a tent around me to hide the bulk, even though that was, it's such a mental thing. I felt like I had to hide myself, and I knew that I was not really hiding anything. In fact, I was probably adding, visually to myself, but I mean, finding clothes at the size I was difficult. So I just kind of looked at whatever maximum number next to the XL was available. And that's the one for me, I guess. And that's what I got. Now I can wear clothes that fit and they feel good. And I've been paying more attention to my appearance too. Yesterday, I wore a button-down shirt and a tie. I didn't have a meeting. I didn't have an interview. I just felt like looking nice. And I, had clothes that I could wear. And beyond that, there's several things that I've always had the notion of appeal with, but it was always the notion of it that was appealing. And now it's the reality of it that's appealing. I have on hiking boots right now. I'm not limber enough to hike it up camera side. But yeah, I have on hiking boots now because I'm preparing to start hiking. The weather is starting to get a little nicer, a little more consistent. And it's probably going to be less than a month before the weather is actually, we're out of winter and going into spring to the point where I can go on some nature hikes. And it's not the notion of going hiking. It's the reality of it. I got a pack with a hydration thing. I got a first aid kit. I got my hiking boots, and I'm really eager to go out and do the physical exercise and be active on the trails. I just got a bike. I haven't had a bike since I was in my early 20s, late teens. I don't know, but I haven't had a bike in a long while that I rode consistently, and it just felt like it was time. I wanted something. I live in a valley. There's nothing but absolute monster hills all around me to get out of the village that I live in. So I got an e-bike just for the pedal assist, But, it's not like I'm going to be doing a lot of urban traveling where I'm just, cranking on the throttle and getting from point A to point B. This is for exercise. And I just wanted the electric assist. So I went ahead and invested in that. If you want, let me know. I'll make a whole video on it. But that arrived the other day. I assembled it and I went out bike riding the other day. And by God, it was fantastic. I mean, it was really nice because I didn't hurt my hamstring with it. I wanted something that was no to low impact. And, I got some good cardio. I got, a good sweat going and my leg felt fine. And the idea of being active is no longer something that I'm looking forward to in this nebulous future. It's something that I'm looking forward to 5 minutes from now. Like, I want to go out and I want to get some air in my lungs. I want to get some sunshine in my face. I want to get the wind in my, blowing through, and I want to get active. I want to do things. My energy level has been much, much better. I've been very motivated just generally. And I know that I can attribute a lot of that to the weight I've lost and the fitness I've gained in the gym. Between those 1-2 punches, my entire life has been altered in such so many positive ways. And yeah, so this video, it may seem like a brag, and I guess to some degree it is, but really I just kind of consider it a celebration. I'm so proud of the work that I've done so far and the goals that I've met so far. And I'm so eager for the goals down the line. And they are numerous. And like I said, they don't feel daunting. They don't feel like something that is forever out of reach. It feels aspirational. It feels like something that, it's motivational. If I wind up in a place that's struggling or something like that, I want to go for, I want to ride my bike up to the lake and then go for a hike around one of the trails there. And I can't do that if I'm loaded down with cheeseburgers and cake. So, have the banana, have the salad, have a, boneless, skinless chicken breast and some broccoli, and go for some exercise. And you're going to feel great when you do. This is what I'm telling myself. And it's true. I do feel great when I do. So, yeah, I just wanted to make this just quick little video here and just talk about how good it feels. I wish I had done it sooner. But we can't really, we can't live in the past. We can only move forward. And for the first time in so long, looking forward is just filled with nothing but hope, goals, and positivity. And yeah, I hope everybody out there is having a great day. As always, feel free to leave comments if you're struggling, if you're going through things, if you're going through your health journey, whatever stage you may be at, even if you're just getting started, even if you're just thinking about getting started, please leave comments. I'd love to hear from you. And I've always enjoyed hearing from the community, especially with these health updates. The positivity and the community has been a godsend. So yeah, I'll talk to you all soon. Take care.